Welcome back, friends and fellow off-road truckers, to Snowrunner, episode 13, and we are back in Black River, Michigan after completing all the bridges on all 4 maps and completing the Cousin Cletus contract, or task. Now that the bridges are done, our path is clear, and it is time to get started on the actual contracts. As you can see, I have one started in the upper right hand corner. We have to deliver a heavy fuel tanker semi-trailer, 2 loads of bricks, and a load of metal beams. So first thing we need to do is get our Fleet Star here into the garage and reconfigure it. So we'll move to the garage, come up to customize, and what we need to do I'm going to take the loading crane off for now, and I need a saddle high. So I'm going to put the saddle high on the truck, and then we are going to take it. Well, first let's see if we can get any more power out of this. We do have a better engine for it, so we'll put that engine in. And we got the fine-tuned gearbox. So let's leave the garage. And our first task is the fuel tanker. So what we need to do is we need to cut up this path right up here and go get our trailer. Now, depending on how this truck does, this may be a 2-part episode. Typically on this mission, I would use the Kenworth C500 twin steer, but because this truck here only has the option of a 2-slot sideboard trailer, I decided we would use this to haul the tanker and the Kenworth to haul the other 2 parts. We are going to turn our 4-wheel drive on, or our all-wheel I should say. Yes, it's going to use more fuel, but we will be hauling a fuel tanker, so that's not going to be too much of an issue. We can use some of the fuel out of that tanker. Let's just go ahead and quick refuel. And now let's back into our trailer. Okay. And away we go. The reason I chose the Fleet Star for this is because the truck's frame is much shorter, so it will be easier to maneuver around corners rather than using the twin steer's very long chassis, pulling this long tanker. I did, as you saw, upgrade the engine in this, so the Fleet Star should have enough power and if we had not cleared this rock slide, we would have had to go through town or down through the swamp to get around it. Now also, while we are on our way out to the factory to drop off their fuel, I do want to let everyone know that over the last 24 hours, I have gained 2 new subscribers. Who those subscribers are, I do not know, but they do. And I want to say a big thank you to those subscribers, as you are helping out my small channel. So thank you for joining, and I hope you enjoy the content. Well, we just picked up some suspension damage from rocks in the road. Now, as you can see, one of the reasons why I try not to use these base game trucks a lot is they really eat through the fuel. We have not gone far since picking up this fuel tanker, but already we've eaten through 14 gallons of fuel. Now I do want to pause here and double check my map. Okay, so we want to go right. Generally, I come along the mountain path, or what I would consider on Black River to be a mountain path. So I would be going straight. But this time, we came directly from the fuel station. So it was a little different, and that's why I needed to check the map to make sure what direction I needed to turn. And here we are at the factory. We simply nose our truck in. It registers that we have the tank. And then we are going to back this trailer up. If I can get my wheels the way I want them. And we will park this right here and detach the trailer. And let's just get our Fleet Star out of the way. Shut that one down. And now we need to jump back to the garage. I want to check something real quick. We can get metal beams and bricks from the warehouse. So we will come back to the garage, jump in our twin steer, and we are going to head over to the warehouse. But we are taking a shortcut. Now this truck, we don't have to worry about all-wheel drive or diff lock, as they are always on. can say this. The Fleet Star did impress me. We want to sneak around the backside so that we're lined up to head straight out once we get our cargo loaded. Now that we are in the loading zone, we are first going to select our metal beams, and then our 2 loads of brick. Now, you might ask yourself why I didn't sell the crane. Well, we are going to need the crane later. This little ditch that we just passed is going to have something that we need to pick up, and it is going to require a crane. So by keeping the crane rather than selling it back, we already have one that we just need to put back on the twin steer, or on the Fleet Star. Now, this is one version of a swamp in this game, but with this being a beginner map, it is not that difficult unless you are using base game scout trucks or even the highway trucks that don't have any kind of off-road tire option on them yet. Am I truly stuck? Yeah, because that's not the path. We have to back out. And we want to come in this direction. So, note to self, either they changed the map up a bit since the last time I did this mission, or it's just been so long that I forgot. Either way, always check your maps, people. Now we're going to go right again. By this point, I could probably put a different gearbox in this truck, but it doesn't really need it. Again, we are going to go right. And we have arrived back to the factory. And we will hit cargo management. For some reason, it doesn't want to. There we go. And we just made $3,800. So, with that completes the pipe dream contract. Let's see what's next. We have not a drill, which is going to take us to another map. No, it says drilling site. It needs 2 metal beams. The oil drill rig, which you have to get from Smithville Dam. And the construction rig semi-trailer. Well, to get the metal beams, we would have to go back to the warehouse. So let's back up. Let's check Husky Forwarding. Wet Harvest, that is curtain-side trailer, I believe, that is at the garage. Nope. Again, got to go to the warehouse. Lost container. Okay, so not a drill. It's 2 metal beams. Well, I will consider which contract I want to do next before the next episode, but we will leave this episode here. It's a little shorter of an episode, but I hope you enjoyed, as we have now officially completed our first contract and Black River, Michigan. If you like this video, please hit the like button, comment, hit that share button, and if you're not yet subscribed, please consider doing so, as it takes only a second and costs you nothing, and it helps out my very small channel. Thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I wish you all a good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you may be watching this. Thank you.